Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn and here's the headlines. General Phan Van Giang works with General Staff. Vietnam People's Army's high-ranking military delegation attends ACD-FM 21. Vietnamese tourism welcomes 3 million tourists during national holiday. On September the 4th, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, chaired a meeting with the General Staff and relevant agencies and units regarding several planning issues. Attending the meeting was Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chief of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army.
Recently, military agencies and units have executed planning tasks for defense land, troop deployment, and military defense construction projects, ensuring progress and quality to effectively carrying out training, combat readiness, disaster prevention, search and rescue, and response to non-traditional security challenges and civil defense duties. Party committees and commanders at all levels have overcome difficulties and made efforts to execute tasks as planned, conducting ideological, organizational, and policy work in a comprehensive and effective manner. They have consistently performed well in political education, ideological leadership, and building political resolve and high determination among officers and soldiers during their duty performance. In his concluding remarks, General Phan Van Giang praised and highly appreciated the achievements and efforts of the General Staff and relevant units in implementing contents. He also instructed that in the coming period, agencies and units must strictly adhere to the conclusions, resolutions, decisions and directives of the Politburo, Government, Prime Minister, Central Military Commission and Ministry of Defense regarding planning tasks and accelerate the progress of certain projects.
At the Determined to Win Immolation Congress organized by Military Region 2 on September the 4th, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, noted that the Determined to Win Immolation movement must be carried out based on the reality to make sure that it will be effectively implemented.
General Quyết noted that in recent years, inheriting and promoting the glorious tradition, the Party Committee and Command of Military Region 2 have directed the innovation to improve the quality and effectiveness of immolation and reward work and the Determined to Win Immolation movement associated with the patriotic immolation movement in the locality. General Quyết requested the leadership of Military Region 2 to boost the education and dissemination work, making immolation truly become a need and a voluntary and regular activity of each one. He asked affiliated units and agencies to make breakthroughs in a number of specific immolation movements, closely following the political task of the unit and the socio-economic development goals, and being associated with the maintenance of defense and security in the locality. Affiliated units and agencies should also focus on building an exemplary, healthy and strong party organization and a comprehensively strong military region.
At the invitation of Senior Lieutenant General Kham Lieng Uthakason, Deputy Defense Minister, Chief of the General Staff of the Lao People's Army, on September the 4th, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Defense Minister, led a high-ranking military delegation of the Vietnam People's Army to attend the 21st ASEAN Chiefs of Defense Forces meeting, ACD-FM 21 in short, in Vientiane, Laos.
At the meeting on the afternoon of September the 4th, Senior Lieutenant General Kham Lieng Uthakason expressed his satisfaction with the progress in the relations between the two countries and their militaries. He also thanked the Vietnam People's Army for its significant assistance for the Lao People's Army over the past years, particularly during Laos' 2024 chairmanship of ASEAN. He highlighted that Vietnam's participation in the ACD-FM 21 demonstrated strong support for the Lao People's Army, contributing to the overall success of the meeting. For his part, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Tân Cương praised the preparation of the Lao People's Army for the ACD-FM 21 and affirmed that the Vietnamese delegation will make active contribution to ensuring the success of the event, thus supporting Laos' chairmanship. Sharing plans for cooperation of both sides in the remaining months of 2024, he said that the Vietnamese Ministry of National Defense has directed relevant agencies to develop and carry out cooperation activities and mutual assistance, especially in the fields of party and political work, defense and security, border management and protection, officers training and advisory work. On this occasion, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Tân Cương extended an invitation to his Lao counterpart and other leaders of the Lao Ministry of National Defense to the celebration of the Vietnam People's Army's 80th founding anniversary and related events.
Recently, in Vientiane, Laos, a high-ranking delegation of Ministry of National Defense participated in the 21st ASEAN Military Intelligence Meeting and the 14th ASEAN Military Operations Meeting. Under the theme ASEAN Cooperation for Peace, Security and Self-Reliance, delegates discussed key regional issues and strategies to enhance military cooperation. Their goal is to boost capability, trust and mutual confidence among ASEAN armed forces, addressing both current and future security challenges while promoting regional peace and stability. The participants also reviewed and agreed upon the draft plan of action for ASEAN defense cooperation for the period of 2024-2026 and the cooperative relationship among ASEAN member states within the military defense framework. In alignment with the perspective and spirit of the ASEAN Defense Commanders Conference, the ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting and other related meetings this year, to boost defense cooperation within ASEAN, Vietnam proposed that member states focus on building trust, enhancing humanitarian aid and tackling non-traditional security challenges. It stressed the importance of mutual respect, consensus on regional issues, non-interference with internal affairs, self-reliance and shared responsibility for regional stability and peace. At the UNISFAR peacekeeping mission, Vietnam's military engineer company Rotation 2 has carried out numerous volunteer activities, such as building infrastructure, providing clean water, and supporting healthcare and education, bringing great joy to the local people. These activities not only affirm the image of Uncle Ho soldiers, but also prove Vietnam's active role in international missions, earning recognition and high regard from the international community.
Rainy season in RBA area not only causes traffic congestion and hard traveling, but also leaves most of local schools submerged in mud. Knowing that this creates significant challenges for the local residents, Vietnam's military engineer company Rotation 2 has undertaken efforts to alleviate the flooded areas, cleared blocked areas, dredged drains in the main roadways. When the rainy season comes, in addition to the UN-mandated task, we simultaneously support the local people in upgrading roads to residential areas, especially in refugee camps. We have dredged canals to facilitate water drainage from residential areas and installed culverts across roads to prevent water from flooding the RBA market and nearby homes, thus making travel convenient during the rainy season. RBA has a large number of children, but very few classrooms, most of which are in poor condition. The children here are so accustomed to having classes under tree canopies or having extended breaks due to lack of proper classrooms when it rains. Knowing about the situation, the Vietnamese engineering company surveyed some schools in the locality and started building classrooms at RBA School for Boys and Bicol Adult Intermediate School.
Very perfect. The classroom is going to be perfect for the learners. This classroom, especially the nursery sections. The compound is so harmful due to rain, and if the younger one, they cannot maintain themselves in this kind of classroom which we build, and this one by the Vietnam is going to keep them from morning until noontime when the nursery section go home, and it's going to help them learn a lot.
In addition to upgrading the transportation system and building classrooms, the Vietnamese military engineers have also aided food, medicine and clothing to hospitals, schools and orphanages, repaired boats for Mijat community and upgraded roads in densely populated areas in the center of RBA. Actions speak louder than words. These meaningful deeds are highly appreciated by local people.
We see Vietnam as the only UN who is now very associating with the communities. They give help to the community. They give assistance to the community, and their door is always 24 hours open to people. When people comes and they are ready to associate with the people all together. And as we see, this is very, very, very important.
Come on, Vietnam. Come on, Vietnam.
Coming up next, Vietnamese tourism welcomes 3 million tourists during national holiday. Overseas Vietnamese celebrate National Day. According to the Vietnam National Authority of Tourism, during the 4-day holiday, the tourism sector nationwide is estimated to serve about 3 million tourists, an increase of 20% over the last same period. Records from key tourism localities shows that the number of international tourists has increased, which is a positive signal for the inbound tourism season that will kick off from October this year. In general, the indicators of customer services and total revenue from tourists in provinces and cities have increased significantly compared to the same period last year. In almost all destinations, the prices of tourism services remained unchanged, while surcharge was not applied in many accommodation establishments, helping tourists enjoy good quality services at stable prices. So far, there have been no serious incidents or problems affecting tourism activities nationwide recorded. To mark Vietnam's National Day on September the 2nd, the overseas Vietnamese have organized a number of activities demonstrating the national pride and solidarity, which is Vietnam's long-standing tradition.
On the evening of September the 2nd, a music competition was held in Moscow with more than 40 performances of amateur artists in the Salute Club. This is a fun and useful playground for the Vietnamese community here to mark the National Day. We all want to contribute our part to the homeland so that the country would develop more thrivingly. In the capital of Ottawa, Canada, the Executive Committee of the Canada-Vietnam Society and overseas Vietnamese here solemnly held a flag-raising ceremony in front of the City Hall. This event is of great significance. This is the first time the Vietnamese community in Ottawa has witnessed the red flag with a yellow star flying at a Canadian government facility on the country's National Day. I feel honored to stand under the Vietnamese flag today on Canadian territory, especially in the capital of Ottawa. The most bustling city in Canada and the capital of Ontario province, the red flag with a yellow star of Vietnam also flew in the center of the City Hall, promising a new future for the fine relationship between Vietnam and Canada.
On September the 3rd in Manila, the Philippines' Cúc Phương National Park in Ninh Bình Province has been named Asia's leading national park 2024 once again at the 31st World Travel Awards. This is the 6th consecutive time since 2019 that Cúc Phương National Park has won this title. The results of forest protection and biodiversity conservation are also used to serve scientific research and ecotourism services to raise awareness, develop community livelihoods, and contribute to the rapid, green, and sustainable economic development. This award continues to affirm the attractiveness of ecotourism, a type of tourism that has been and is being utilized in national parks and conservation areas in Vietnam. The World Travel Award is the world's leading award in the tourism industry, held annually since 1993. To date, the award has become the most prestigious brand in the world in honoring outstanding achievements in the tourism industry in all fields. This award is also known as the Oscar Award of the World Tourism. This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.